Hi, I'm Anil. For the next couple of minutes, I'll be talking all about the PhoneGap, its features, benefits, and also let us create a small PhoneGap application at the end. Before talking anything about the PhoneGap, let's see what's happening in the mobile world at present. We all use mobile phones, tablets, or PDAs for managing our work, watching videos, songs, or to take some pictures. There is a huge demand for mobile phones in the market, as you know. We have different manufacturers selling the phones, and each of them offer attractive features. Someone likes a Windows phone, someone likes an Android phone, many people like iPhones, others love BlackBerry, and the list goes on. One good thing is that we have a big list of devices and options to choose from. But at the same time, too many devices and platforms are making the developer's life difficult. An application that runs on a BlackBerry would not run on a Windows phone, and the Windows Phone app may not run on an iPhone. Let us see some problems developers are facing. Building applications for each platform is a mess. We need people with different skill sets to develop applications on different platforms. There is a big learning curve involved in each of them. If a company wants to develop applications that runs on multiple platforms, they need to hire developers for all the platforms. Finally, they end up with a big effort for development and testing to make apps work on multiple platforms. Also, just imagine the time and the cost involved in this process. In this situation, imagine if your customer asks you to develop an app that runs on multiple mobile platforms. What would you do then? How do you solve the problem I just mentioned? The solution is cross-platform mobile application development. Sounds something big, but really small it is. PhoneGap fills the gap. So, what is PhoneGap? PhoneGap is a HTML5 application platform that allows you to author native applications with web technologies and get access to APIs and application stores. Simply, it means that you can use all your web application development skills to develop apps for multiple platforms. No, I'm not talking about the browser-based apps. Instead, I'm talking about the developing native applications using web technologies. Interesting, isn't it? PhoneGap is an open source implementation of open standards. That means developers and companies can use PhoneGap for mobile applications that are free, commercial, open source, or any combination of these. You have a single code base, wrap it with PhoneGap, and your application is ready to work on multiple platforms. Let us see some more details on how it works. In general, web developers will have knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I know you all would agree. First, we write code to develop applications using the HTML, CSS, JavaScript on a platform of your choice. Then, we wrap it to PhoneGap, build it, and the output is something amazing. You get apps that work on different platforms. So, what is a PhoneGap build? It's very simple. Write once, compile on the cloud, and run anywhere. You can say goodbye to SDKs, compilers, and hardware. Simply write your app using HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, upload it to the PhoneGap build service, and get back App Store ready apps for Apple iOS, Google Android, Palm Symbian, BlackBerry, and more. By compiling in the cloud with PhoneGap build, you get all the benefits of cross-platform development, but can still build apps just the way you like. Let me make it very clear. It's like write your app using the common web technologies, upload it to the PhoneGap build service. It's a cloud and they compile your apps. Get back App Store ready applications. It's really simple. With PhoneGap, you can access native features. You can take advantage of HTML5 and CSS. That's the latest happening thing now. So you can deploy your apps to multiple platforms. You can take advantage of PhoneGap build. Also, you can add PhoneGap plugins to your projects, and the main thing is you can get help from the growing community. In the list, when I say native features, it also means that you can access a phone's camera, accelerometer, compass, contacts, geolocation, storage, network, and more. You get access to all of this just through the JavaScript APIs the PhoneGap exposes. There is a pretty good documentation also for these APIs. So you can use your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to access the native features of your phone. Here is a list of features PhoneGap supports on different platforms. At the left, I have all the features PhoneGap has to offer. And also, we have a check mark next to each of them to indicate if that feature is supported by PhoneGap for a mobile platform. For example, PhoneGap doesn't allow you to access the compass if you are using a Symbian phone, but it supports when you are using a Windows phone. Similarly, you cannot access the contacts with PhoneGap if you are using HP WebOS. As you can see, PhoneGap supports many features for different platforms here. If you are a Windows phone developer, the good thing is that PhoneGap supports everything. So be happy that your client-side development skills are not going to be a waste, as you can develop mobile apps along with your existing web applications. So let us create a small PhoneGap application using Visual Studio. There are some prerequisites which you must have installed before starting with PhoneGap POC. Here I have listed them. As you can see, you can either have Windows Vista or Windows 7, and you must have installed Visual Studio 2010, and then install the Windows Phone SDK. I am using 7.1. So if you have already worked on Windows Phone 7 development, you might already know that these are the three things which you need to start with. Then to actually work on PhoneGap applications, you have to download the PhoneGap from www.phonegap.com. So let me show how it looks. So when you go to phonegap.com, at the top you can find a download button. So simply click on that. It prompts you to download PhoneGap, the present version 1.5. It's around 10.5 MB. So for this demo, I have already done it. Let me show it. So here it is. So this is the zip file I have downloaded from phonegap.com. So now I just have to extract this. One thing is PhoneGap has been acquired by Adobe now. Earlier it was Natobe. Now PhoneGap is of Adobe. So there is a small change in the name. So PhoneGap apps, you can call it as Cordova apps, CORDOVA. Okay, so I have extracted this. So just double click and open it. So you'll find a folder called lib. So that's the library. So this POC I am using Windows as my development platform. So I'll open up Windows folder. So here you will find few zip files. These are nothing but the Visual Studio project templates for Cordova or PhoneGap. So just copy Cordova 1.5, and what you have to do now is you have to go to your documents folder. There you will find Visual Studio 2010 if you have installed Visual Studio 2010. Then here you will find a folder called templates. Just double click and open it, and you will have one more folder by name project templates. just open it as well. Now just copy the Visual Studio project template for PhoneGap and paste it here. Yes, so I just did it. Now that's all. You don't have to do any setup. And I have Visual Studio 2010 and PhoneGap SDK and Windows Phone SDK as well. So I can start creating my first PhoneGap application. So I'm opening Visual Studio 2010. Okay, go to the file menu, new project. There is a new project template created. Just type Cordova. Okay, so here you see. So start the project for building a Cordova app for Windows Phone version 1.5, formerly PhoneGap, as I said. So select it, give some name. In my case, I'll leave it as it is. So click OK. So now Visual Studio is creating a project in the background. Okay, it's done. So this is the project Visual Studio created for you. So now observe here there is a folder called www. This is a very important folder. Just expand it and you will find a index.html here. This index.html is similar to the index or the default pages you have when you create your regular ASP.NET web applications. And as you know, app.xaml, this will be there in your regular Silverlight Windows Phone application as well, so I don't have to explain it again. And you have an application icon here, just like your Windows Phone native application development. And you have a background and you have a splash screen image. Hopefully you know what these files are, and if you are, especially if you are from Windows Phone development, if you are familiar with. Let me open index.html. Okay, let me go to the source. Okay, you can see just like your regular HTML or HTML page, you have few scripts and a link to a CSS file, and we have a JavaScript function on device ready. As you might guess, this is nothing but the function that gets fired when the device is ready. And there is already a message, hello Cordova. So let us not do any modification, run it as it is to see how it works. So I have selected Windows Phone emulator as the target. Let me run it. As I am running it for the first time, so it may take a bit time to load the Windows Phone emulator. It's actually booting up the Windows Phone operating system within this emulator. So once it does, it will connect to the emulator, deploy the application we just created into this emulator, and you see the splash screen, and now you see a message, hello Cordova. This was the message we gave here, hello Cordova, and it's appearing as a header as we mentioned within the h1 tag. And where is this coming from? So you see a division tag here with ID welcome message. So when the device is ready, let me make it here. Okay, when the device is ready, for the div they are adding Cordova is ready version window.device.cordova. Actually this returns the version of PhoneGap which we are using. Okay, now you saw a simple message coming up. Let me modify it to hello world, and I'll add a few more heading tags. Okay, Just like my regular HTML page, I can provide a style saying color green. Okay, so the first heading with a hello world text should appear in green. Let us run this and see whether if that works as expected. Okay, so the splash screen application. Yes, so you can see here we have a hello world header in green. Now let us go one more step further and let us use an API of PhoneGap to show a alert message to user, just like a message box dot show in your regular Windows Phone applications. We have something similar here. So I will write a JavaScript says notifications or navigator, yes, navigator dot notification dot alert of let me give a message, hi, I am from PhoneGap API. So this is the API, navigator dot notification dot alert, and you provide a message that should come up. So let me stop this and run it once again to see if that works. Yes, as you can see here, there is a alert which says hi, I am from PhoneGap API. You can just click OK. One good thing is that PhoneGap has a very good API documentation. Let me show it. Go to the developers API docs and you can see API reference for accelerometer, camera, your capture, compass, connection, contacts and all. For example, let me open up the camera. So here they would have mentioned how to use your camera API, navigator.camera.getPicture. This is how you use, and you provide a parameter, a function name which gets called if this invoke is a success, and also you can provide an array function that is a parameter that gets called when there is a error, and you can provide some camera options as well. And also one good thing is that they have mentioned the supported platforms. So this camera get picture works on Android, BlackBerry, iPhone and Windows Phone 7. Also you can see quick examples. Using this API, actually you can take a picture from your phone, or you can access existing images and do whatever you want. You can just use a div or some other tag to display that image, just how you do with your JavaScript or jQuery. That's not all. As I said, you can access geolocation, media, your phone's storage, and as I said, as we are working on Windows, so all the features are supported by PhoneGap. Yeah, you can access even the sensors. That's all. Like you can go ahead and explore it further, as the documentation is pretty good. It's very easy to follow it up, and you can create stunning cross-platform applications. So the application which I just created, if I send it to the phone build cloud service, the cloud service would compile and give me apps that works on BlackBerry, Windows Phone or Android. I don't have to do anything else. And what you saw is the plain HTML and JavaScript I'm using to write the code. So I'm not writing anything specific for BlackBerry or for Windows Phone. This same code works on all the platforms. Okay, as I said, go ahead and explore, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. That's all I have now for this demo. Thank you.